How's it going, everyone? So the Packers have officially released their final injury report, and kind of expected there are several people listed as questionable for game day and a player listed as doubtful. So to get into it, first off, Jair Alexander was a limited participant once again this whole week and is listed as questionable, as it was with the pretty much past few weeks. We won't really know his game time status until either Saturday or right up till game time on Sunday. But despite how bad he's kind of been this entire year, if he's pretty healthy and is good to go, he would be greatly appreciated to go against Mike Evans, because I'm a little nervous of Mike Evans going against Valentine or Ballentine at this current state. Next up, we have Dillon, who was actually kind of shockingly to me a limited participant on the final practice and is actually listed as questionable despite having a broken right thumb. So they had a cast all around his right hand and his thumb and kind of went through walkthroughs to see how he would deal with it. Now, Matt LaFleur actually sounded a little bit optimistic that he could play in this game against the Bucs. Now, to what capacity, though, if he does play, is going to have to be seen, because still broken thumb, it's a pretty important thumb and on his right hand. So I still don't expect him to really get too many snaps if he does play, but maybe he's able to acclimate to that cast. Then up next, we have Kingsley Igbenogany and Elton Jenkins, who are both limited participants. They have no injury designation, and they will be a full go against the Bucs. Next, Aaron Jones, limited participant again this whole week, and is listed as questionable. Jones felt very confident that it'll start this Sunday, and it seemed like Matt LaFleur, even though he didn't clearly state that Aaron Jones is going to be available to play and will play, he also had a type of confidence in how he talked that he would be suiting up against the Bucs. So at least Aaron Jones and potentially A.J. Dillon could be back for their first game together in forever, even though they're both not healthy. If one of them can't go, Patrick Taylor will spell them. And if both of them can't go, then it'll be Patrick Taylor. And then Kenyon Drake, of course, will most likely be called up from the practice squad. Then we have Keyshawn Nixon, Jonathan Owens, and Jayden Reed, all limited participants. They do not have any injury designation, and they will be a full go against the Bucs. Next up, Darnell Savage didn't participate this entire week, is listed as questionable. It's a little discouraging to see how he didn't participate this week, and yet he's only listed as questionable, but I feel like he's not going to be suiting up against the Bucs since he didn't practice at all this week. If he's unable to go, it is expected to be Rudy Ford and Jonathan Owens playing both the safety spots. Then we have TJ Slayton, who is a limited participant this whole week. No injury designation. He'll be good to go. Then Eric Stokes was a full participant this whole week. Is officially listed as questionable. He is still on IR, but it is very likely that they're going to activate him off IR and he'll be suiting up for this game against the Bucs. But until then, he is not officially on the roster, but we do expect some type of announcement, whether it's Saturday or up until game time early Sunday. Next, Quay Walker was a limited participant, is officially listed as questionable. His status is 50-50, honestly. He could go either way. If he does not suit up, Isaiah McDuffie will once again take his spot next to Devondre Campbell. Second to last, Christian Watson. This is our only player that is doubtful. They didn't roll him out. He's not going to play. He didn't participate this whole week, and once again with that hamstring injury. Then lastly, Dontavian Wicks, limited participant, and is officially listed as questionable. This one was a bit of a shock to me, considering it's considered a high ankle sprain, but even if he does suit up with a high ankle sprain, it's going to limit his explosiveness. So I don't know even if he does play, how effective he would be. Now, looking over at the Buccaneers side, their injury list isn't very nice to them either. So we have Carlton Davis, who's officially out for them. Jamil Dean, who is questionable. Will Golston is also officially out for them. Chris Godwin, questionable. Ryan Neal is doubtful. Zach Triner is questionable. Vita Vea is doubtful, which is going to hurt them significantly. I'm honestly not complaining if he doesn't play. That'll only help us. Then lastly, Devin White is questionable. So they have a bit of players also hurting for them. That about wraps up the injury report for the Packers and Bucs. We'll be looking out for an announcement, because I do expect the Packers to make some type of roster moves, whether it's Kenyon Drake coming up or activating Eric Stokes off IR at the least. But we'll be looking out for an official release from the Packers of some roster moves. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.